Hey.
Something tells me this isn't gonna be a quick trip, Adachi.
It depends on how much karaoke we do.
I mean, presentation-wise, we're gonna do one song, but recording-wise, I did a bunch. So this is fun. I actually really like this area that we're gonna go to now.
As you turn the camera to questionable businesses.
I mean, would you rather me turn it the other way over to Baby Don't Cry?
Yes. At least that's not a gray, so.
Oh no, it's just here. This is the karaoke bar.
This the place you're a regular at?
Yep.
Oh. It's just you.
Yeah, such great customer service, huh? No wonder this place is always empty.
This place? I only run it for fun. Kinda prefer it empty, in fact.
Bullshit.
Hey there, Adachi-san.
Hey, Iroha-chan.
Who are your friends?
Some guests of mine. Kasuga and Namba.
Hey,
You never bring anyone with you. In fact, is this a first?
I guess it is, now that you mention it.
That must mean you actually like them, huh?
Hell no. You wouldn't catch me hanging with these knuckleheads unless I had to.
You're so cute when you're embarrassed.
Give me a break. Anyway, listen. I've got a request.
Hang on. Let me guess. You want me to add their drinks on your tab?
Oh, you know me so well. You mind though? I promise I'll make them come back as paying customers.
Oh, good grief. You really an ex-cop? You win this time.
Thanks, man. All right, let's get to drinking. Hey, what's up with Namba? We barely get started and he passes out?
he's probably just tired. Can't blame him after everything we did today.
Well, tomorrow's only gonna be worse. Well, you know, for some reason, being around you makes it feel like it'll work itself out.
Oh yeah? You must be pretty wasted if you're handing out compliments. But I'll take it.
I'm barely even feeling a buzz.
Oh, he's drunk all right. Drunk on the rush of a hot and steamy friendship.
Iroha-chan. That was 2 feet over the line, and you know it. Don't poke an old bear, huh?
So yeah, welcome to Survive. We can hang out here, listen to music, chat with the people at the behind the bar.
Oh yeah, I'm Iroha Yanagi. I'm helping out at the bar. Nice to meet you.
I'm Ichiban Kasuga. Nice to meet you. Did he hire you to chat with the customers?
Yep, I pull my weight around here. If your glass is empty, just give me a holler. I'll get you squared. Or if you just want to chat, I'm all ears. The customers who got to know me at my old bar actually used to call me Good Ear Iroha. So whenever you need an ear, I'm here to listen.
Sure, but what would I even tell you? I never got to come to these types of bars much.
Whatever you want, really. You could even tell me about your dumb arguments with Adachi-san.
You'd really want to hear that?
Of course. I love hearing about the little stuff that makes people better friends. So, no subject too dull, no topic off limits, okay?
And we can also listen to the party chats that we've come across here. We can also chat with her too, but we're our social stats aren't good enough to get that conversation started. Up here, there's an item box and a place where you can just recover your HP and magic. And just over on the piano is a music CD. We can talk to the bartender to have him make a selection of bento boxes and other goods, so long as we bring him the material and money.
So I was kind of curious and wondered why they would name Iroha Good Ear when it's like, if you're trying to go the Metal Gear Solid route, you could easily do something about like comparing it to an animal that might be empathetic or something. It turns out Iroha is actually a Japanese poem, so maybe that's actually a play on like hearing the poem or a poem.
Interesting.
And I wonder what's if that's the significance or if they just pulled it out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Also, I do want to say the bartender being voiced by Metal Gear Solid alumni is really only applicable to the English version. That said, Akio Otsuka, Snake's Japanese voice, is the voice actor for Adachi in Japanese, so we still got that.
Yeah, but what if we had David Hayter as Adachi?
Oh, also, we can now start gardening. There's a couple of places we can just plant seeds, give them fertilizer, and let them grow. And everything we get there, we can bring back to the bartender, and he can make food out of that. This also includes the ability to make bouquets, which that'll be important way later. And over here, we can play all the music CDs we've collected.
Quick, you're gonna get DMCA'd.
I hope they're okay with Open Your Heart. This comes from Dragon Cart. It's one of the words you can get. I kinda wish they also had Live and Learn, but I'll take what I can get, I guess.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope.
It's an instrumental version too. Anyway, I guess past me heeded your advice about the DMCA thing and just cut out the rest of me listening to music.
Listen,
So hey, Adachi had a funny icon icon over his head. Let's talk to him. So yeah, if we hang out with our buddies long enough, they'll have things talked about with us at the bar.
Yo, Adachi-san. What's that you're drinking?
Hey, keep it down, will ya?
Why? Oh, is that convenience store sake?
Shh, you don't have to announce it to everyone and their mother.
You brought your own drink to a bar?
Hell yeah. It cost an arm and a leg to get a good buzz going here. That's why I got this little lovely at a store down the street. You ought to do the same. Show your wallet some tender love and care.
Nah, I just order a drink from the bar, even if it meant going into debt.
You'd go into debt just for a drink?
Hey, it's not just a drink. It's an experience. It's a chance to indulge and just let it all out, you know? Hell, you never know when a drink might change your life. It might lead you to your soulmate. And I say, the guy behind the bar who's helping provide the space for that guy deserves some fat stacks.
Well, you sure are a nice guy, Kasuga. Well, maybe I should take your advice. Actually, no. If I go into debt, I won't pass my background check.
Hey, here's a solution. I'll buy you a drink.
Hey, thanks.
Speaking of money, what they did to you was fucked up, man. Discharge right before your retirement?
Ah, it ain't so bad. At least I get to know I was canned for sticking it to fucking Horonouchi. My opinion? That's better than just staying on the force and turning a blind eye.
Let me see if I remember this correctly. You and Horinouchi first crossed paths during a case 20 years ago.
Yeah, and it was a nasty one. Robbery and double homicide of some sweet old couple. My team found a suspect and made an arrest. Man by the name of Kasumi. He had a mile-long rap sheet, burglaries and shit. Plus, he had no alibi for the time of the murder.
But in the end, he was innocent.
Yeah. I finally figured that out from his son.
His son?
Kasumi had a wife and kid. Kid was 5 years old at the time. His name was Takashi. Little guy told us he'd been on a walk with his dad at the time the homicides were committed. Of course, there's always a chance that the relatives will lie in hope of saving their family. So HQ was prepared to ignore Takashi's testimony. I was too at first. But the more time that passed, my thoughts kept coming back around to what the little boy said. Even after Kasumi was arrested, I kept looking into it. I finally found the owner of a cigarette shop. He told me he saw Kasumi walking with Takashi at the time of the crime. Takashi's testimony was legit all along. I contacted HQ right away and requested Kasumi's release, but Horonouchi made sure it never happened.
And he was able to do that because he was top dog at the Kanagawa police back then, right?
Yeah. And don't forget, he'd just been offered a job with the Tokyo police, so he was desperate to cover up any recent blunders like a wrongful arrest. He shipped poor Kasumi off to prison, knowing full well the man was innocent. Next thing I know, Kasumi's killed himself in his cell.
So Horinouchi was willing to sacrifice people's lives just to advance his own career. Yeah, I'm starting to understand why you got so much beef with him.
I got beef with myself, too. I'm partly responsible for what happened. If only I'd believed Takashi's testimony from the start, the arrest wouldn't have happened in the first place.
You don't know that for sure. No one else believed the testimony either.
Yeah, but I'm the one who interviewed the kid. Let me tell you, even after all this time, I still can't forget his face.
Man. But couldn't you have just leaked the fact that charges were false? You know, to the news? I gotta assume that'd be your way of atoning for Takashi-kun, right?
Well, you're not as dumb as you look, Kasuga. That's exactly what I thought at the time. But I screwed it up. Didn't choose the right people to leak to, so I got swept off to the license center faster than the leak got swept under the rug. Worst fuck-up of my life.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Adachi-san.
Sorry. Really killed the mood, didn't I?
It's okay. A true friend doesn't care how many moods you kill.
You know, for an ex-Yakuza, you can say some cheesy shit. But it's sweet.
What do you mean by that? Yakuza's all about brotherhood.
Well, all I know is if I'd had a brother like you on the force with me, my life might have turned out different.
Ah, but if the cops were anything like me, this whole country would be fucked sideways by now.
Can't argue with that.
You weren't supposed to agree with that.
Anyway, let's have another drink. On you, if you don't mind.
Fine. Hey, bartender, can we get another round?
So after every one of these drink links, you get a little bonus perk for the character in question.
Well, it's about that time, I guess.
Aw, leaving already?
Oh, sorry, Iroha-chan. We got a big day tomorrow. Yo, Namba. You gonna crash on the bar or you wanna head back?
I like the vibe of this place, though. Me coming back is another thing you can count on.
Sure, make yourself at home. Nobody else does. And listen, take care of him.
Sorry?
Let's just say he's not usually a happy drunk. I guess that means he has a soft spot for you guys.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I know the guy. He's a good for nothing, but he's good at heart too. So keep your friends close, you hear?
I can do that.
Hey, Kasuga. What's the holdup? Let's go.
Oh, sorry. Well, see you later.
Thanks for stopping by.
Alright, so now that we've done that, we can go off to Sunlight Castle now. But, I mean, you know, there's one more feature of the bar that we haven't played around with yet. And now we have the ability to just have conversations with our buddies after buying certain menu items. I honestly legitimately forgot that you had to unlock the actual bond points first. But it makes sense. Also, down this alleyway right by the bar is this lady.
And cut content.
So this lady provides a Hong Kong service.
Yeah, which, if you know anything about it, involves a goose. And the goose is trying to do things. And anyways, the calendar is easy to accomplish. We'll just leave it at that, I guess.
Yeah. So you can only do, like, every time you see the Hong Kong lady, you can only do it, like, once every time.
Once is enough.
And, yeah, and there's 5 total Hong Kong ladies in the game. Well, Hong Kong people.
You know, you can call them goose girls.
I'm gonna call them what the game calls them.
Was your first mistake?
Let's get ready to rock!
So yeah, it's karaoke time. We pick a song, and depending on who's singing, we either do the singing or we provide backup. Today, it's just gonna be Ichiban.
There are days you'll be weak, there are days you'll be lost. There are times where you feel you wanna run and hide. There are days you'll be down, and you start to wonder if the world would be better off if you died. I have those days too, but I believe I'm gonna make it through, and I won't run away, I won't die. I'm gonna level up, be the best that I can be, and I'm not gonna stop questing until I'm a hero. I'm gonna level up, be the best that I can be. I swear that I'll become unstoppable, and you'll beam right at me. I've got to see this through, I can't look back until the end. Rise from rock bottom to the future I've seen in my dreams. So come on, let's go level up.
I really like this song.
You got pipes, Ichiban.
Also in a first for the series, actual English dubbed karaoke.